everybody, this is Tinathor from SC2GG.com. I'm going to be bringing you an audio commentary on the SKT versus KTF match in Shinhan Bank Pro League. Today we've got Midas coming out for SKT against 815 for KTF. You can see Midas there on the left. At the bottom you can see that these two players have faced off before last year in 2007, and 815 did come out on top on that match. A little bit about the players themselves before we get too far into the game. Midas is basically the ace for SKT this season. He's 8-2 so far, and two of those games were against Zerg, and he won both of those games. So he's 100% against Zerg this Pro League. That's pretty good. And 815 is a lifetime record of 5-1 versus Zerg, so that's really high as well, percentage. And one game he did lose was to Huashin recently, and Huashin is quite a good TVZ player, so that's nothing to be ashamed of in itself. So now the game has started. We can see Midas there as a yellow Terran in the 11 o'clock position, and we can see that 815 is the purple Zerg at the 1 o'clock position, and there's the stats for the map. As you can see, Othello is the map we're on, and the stats there are 10 wins for Terran against 5 wins for Zerg in the TVZ matchup. So this is a bit favoring the Terran in this match. That's a weird drawing. I'm not even going to try to explain what that is. So there's a picture of Midas. There's a shot of Midas right there, focusing intently on the game. And this is an important Pro League match right here. First game of the match, 0-0 is the score right now. But this is basically these two teams are fighting for the top spot. SKT is first place in Pro League at the moment, and KTF is not too far behind in third, so this is really important to make sure that you get the big wins against the big teams. That way you have an edge against all the other teams who only win against the weaker teams. Obviously, we can see Midas scouted in the right direction straight away. He sees that 815 has 12 hatched, and not too surprising for 815. He is quite a macro player, so you won't see him often going for like a 9 pool or a quick rush or anything. At the same time, 815's Overlord has found its way over to Midas's base, and looks like that SCV is trying to steal some of 815's minerals, but the drones won't have any of it. They spit their acidy geek stuff right at him, and he has to scurry away, but it looks like he did get 8 of those minerals. Hopefully that doesn't affect the game too much in the long run. I actually think they do that so that the other player cannot mine from those minerals at the time, so just to be a tiny bit annoying, do whatever they can at the beginning of the game. Spawning pool is now finished, and we can see that the third hatchery is going up for 815 as well. I don't know if you guys saw it, but Midas has started his command center at his natural expansion, and 815's Overlord was placed there because it's over the ridge and it can see any units that will be going towards his base, and at the same time, if they try to attack it, it will automatically move towards safety and won't die. So Midas being a little risky going for a command center before even making one marine, I think, if I remember correctly. So he's pretty confident that 815 is not going to do anything tricky. I don't think 815 has even built any Zerglings yet, seeing as that SCV is still just chilling out in his base, and I can't read what that says, but it looked like pretty cool writing. Okay, first 2 Zerglings I think are out for 815, and they're going to be helpful in chasing out that scouting SCV. In the meantime, Midas is adding a second barracks, maybe going to try for a medic marine push, try to do a sunken break early on. 815 is upgrading to Lair now. It'll be interesting to see whether he goes for Mutalisk Harass or straight into Lurkers. Mutalisk Harass has been a lot more common nowadays. Seeing as Terrans are well prepared for Lurkers most of the time. As you can see, Midas already has his academy going up and will get scanned soon afterwards. Still the ongoing battle between the probe, the SCV, and the Zerglings. Still not much going on in this game. Kind of passive, both players just macroing up. Third hatch is now finished for 815, and there's 815 right there. Zerglings just checking out the map, making sure, trying to catch any scouting SCVs off guard. And we can see that the academy is upgrading something, which is probably going to be STEM, and the third Rex is going down as well for Midas at the same time. So we're probably going to be seeing Midas push out soon, put a little pressure on 815, make him put down a couple Sunkens, use those drones, and waste the minerals instead of building more drones, making more Zerglings. We also see Midas is putting down an engineering bay, probably for a fast +1 in attack. And Spire now going up now that 815's lair is finished, so it looks like he will be going Mutalisk unless he's going Mass Scourge, which no one would do. Yes. One Hatch Devourer, pro build. Anyway, back to the game. We see Midas is looking to push out with his first group of Medic Marine, but 815's got his Zerglings there with the imminent threat of running right into Midas's base as soon as he moves out. 815 has 2 creep colonies down and morphing one of them into a Sunken at the moment, so it looks like he will be prepared for this, unless he decides to pull a Savior and let Midas do a Sunken break on him. Those Zerglings just being a little bit annoying, keeping the pressure on Midas, making sure he doesn't stray too far from his base unless he's really going to push out. And 815 is doing a good job to keep those Zerglings alive. Some lesser players might let them die, but those are really important to keep alive. You don't want to just run in and waste them, but they are getting valuable scouting information as to how much units Midas has at the time. And we can see that the academy is upgrading again, I believe, so it's probably going to be Marine range. Okay, and Midas are out just in time to defend from this Sunken break that Midas tried to attempt, and Zerglings looked like they tried to run in from behind, but they were a little too late, not exactly coordinated. Midas did lose a medic there, which is important, because with only one medic it's not going to be able to really defend from really heal all those Marines. And now we can see that initial group of Medic Marine has been taken out by 815 with some good Mutalisk and Zergling control. He brought in the Mutalisk to take the fire and then sent in the Zerglings to do the damage, not losing hardly anything in the process, only taking a little bit of damage to his Mutalisk. And we can see that 815 is now putting down a hatchery at the 5 o'clock, while he's got 815 distracted with this Mutalisk harass. He's only lost 2 Mutalisks so far, he's done a bit of damage, but there is a bunker up at the front door for Midas now, and he's not going to be able to do much damage there anymore. Mutalisk just died of bunkers. Queen's Nest for 815 now, which means he's going to be heading towards Hive Tech pretty quick, but it looks like he has found a weakness in Midas's defense. He's going to be able to do a bit more Mutalisk harass, and seems to be trying to take out that map artifact. I guess he doesn't find it visually pleasing. Science facility now going down for Midas as well, so he's going to be heading towards those vessels soon, which is a good thing since it does look like 815 might be going for fast defilers, because I don't really see, unless he's going to go for Guardians or Ultras, but you can't really go Ultras off of only 3 gas like he has. And it looks like Midas has accidentally walled in 3 of his SCVs behind a turret while he was trying to defend against the Mutalisk harass, so that's going to set him back a bit. He's going to have to destroy that turret and lose a bunch of mining time. 815 still has his Mutalisk alive, but he hasn't been able to do anything with them for a while. That turret is down.